So what do you do when you own a beautiful house just like this, surrounded by water? You add another pond to add more water to your property. Right here, we're gonna have an amazing 14 by 20 pond. We're gonna have massive split cascading waterfalls. We're gonna have a fire bowl. We're gonna be flowing about 15,000 gallons an hour. So this project's gonna be super fun. You can see, I got a large machine next to me. Our large boulders are coming tomorrow. We're gonna get to digging right now. We're 3 hours into the dig. We have the pond roughly excavated right now. It's 14 by 20. There was an old patio here. We are backfilling the existing side edges right now. That's what Timmy is doing. We do have Tim Dill in the machine. He is coming.
Play a battle on the radio. Whose music's louder?
We do have Tim Dill from Garden State Koi helping us out on this job. He's going to be here for the following week. This is going to be about a 2-week project for us. So we're getting him in here for the first week, helping us get this pond rocked in and set up. Me and Rob will finish out the waterfalls next week. But the goal for this week is get this pond rocked in. Today we're just gonna get the excavation done, possibly get the liner in, and then get that wall situated. I gotta go out to the mason yard, pick up our wall block and gravel, and get that situated for tomorrow. With just the logistics of this digging, it went a lot slower. We found out day of excavation that this property was built up and all the fill was brought in from Brooklyn, so a lot of wood, rebar, just boulders in here, so it's not regular Long Island digging. So it took us a little bit longer, but got the pond dug out, we got a rock pad in, we got a heavy duty underlayment, we have extra rock pad in the retaining wall, we have the liner in, we have our smaller intake bay in, and as well as our skimmer. So right here we have our base course set. We have our retaining wall kind of set up. I do have the cut lights in here. We were just test fitting this retaining wall height. This had to somehow be plumbed, so we have our string line over here. We have the pavers over here. We're dealing with pitches for drainage, everything like that. We finally got it parallel to the patio. We have what we believe to be the coping stone, but we just checked coping to patio. We're perfectly level. So a super difficult wall to build, but it's gonna be super satisfying when it's done. This held up a lot of time. Until this gets done, we can't flank the rock work here. We don't really want to start on this side of the pond. I was doing the wall, Rob was bringing in the boulders. So we have about 24 tons that was delivered this morning. Some really nice stuff, actually. So Rob has been making the trek across this property. He's been bringing rock for about, I would say, 3 hours while I was working on that wall. But you really can't beat a job site view like this. The weather was pretty stormy before, but it is beautiful out here. But we're gonna head on home and we're gonna continue on this pond tomorrow. Hopefully we get all this retaining wall done and then all of this rock work kind of started. I'm hoping to have this pond rocked in by Friday. So right now we have our liner fabric built up. Over there we have a retaining wall set. We have this retaining wall set. You can kind of see the premise of what we're doing here. So this is going to be the coping stone, and as you walk on this, you're going to be vertically 3 feet down. We'll be hiding that 3/4 clean with some veneer of river gravel, but right now we're getting ready to set these boulders into this pond and kind of work on half this section. We should hopefully be getting another truckload of boulders to wrap up the rest of this pond and waterfall. Rob and Timmy yesterday set up this pathway. He had some stepping stones here. We're making this more like a rolling hill with some outcropping left and right framing this pathway. And then we have about 10 tons of boulders back here. This is the retaining wall for this waterfall. So you can see we are to the top of this fence. So we're just about 3.5 feet tall. We have a lot of boulders comprising of this waterfall. We have our gas line coming out for our fire bowl that's coming into this waterfall. You can see this is going to be an amazing pond, especially with that view. It's going to be glass around this structure because it does get super windy here. Yesterday we had some whipping winds, about 40-mile-per-hour winds ripping through this area, so it definitely gets very windy. I can see why he wants to enclose it in glass, but this is going to be super fun. We're going to get a lot of progress done today, hopefully. So we're at the end of the week right now. We have our pond completely rocked in other than this front shelf right here. This is where the waterfall is going to be going into the pond. So we do have 2 pumps in this pond, so we're going to be flowing about 15,000 gallons an hour. So we're going to have some split falls in here. We also have 2 filters coming up on the waterfall, as well as a fire spillway bowl. So there's going to be a lot of action up here. We're about 3.5 feet of elevation from water level, so it's going to be a nice drop, but the run is not long from where I'm standing, which is the edge of the pond, to the back of the retaining wall. It's almost 12 feet only, so when we're working with boulders that are 2, 3, 4 feet wide, you really don't have room to basically build this waterfall. We have a Waterfalls 6000 that takes up a lot of space. That's a big biological filter, and then on top of that, we still want to leave room for landscaping. So this section, it's going to take a long time. Today's the last day Tim Dill's here, and then it's going to be me and Rob all next week by ourselves. But there's a lot of detail work in this pond to do. We still have to run more lights. We have to gravel the pond. We have to clean the pond. We have to do a lot of chinking and closing up the gaps and everything. We have to install the pumps. We have to hand trench the plumbing line on this job. Not looking forward to that. This ground is rock solid. I don't know if you guys could tell in the beginning, we excavated a lot more than what we needed to, and then we're going to be backfilling. The reason for that is this was backfill from Brooklyn. It's not typical Long Island sand we're dealing with, so the soil in here was terrible. It's a lot of cobbles, rocks, timbers, rebar, everything like that. We hauled a full truckload of garbage away already, but right now the pond's looking great. It has a lot of shape. It's a big 3-foot area. And then on top of that, we have that retaining wall where you guys are standing at right now. So that's going to be a great interactive zone. But we're going to get to rocking in this waterfall. I'm thinking right where we are right now, we're going to get 2 cascades going in here, 1 cascade going here, splitting around. We're 14 feet wide, but when we're dealing with that much water, when our weirs are 3 to 4 feet, it's not that much room. So we got to keep this kind of tight, flare it up, and then also not make it look too rocky, where he can kind of bring in landscaping afterwards and naturalize this hillside. But other than that, I mean, this project's been going great. The only thing is, it is so windy here. So we're at the end of the week. We're just cleaning up right now and getting ready to go home and enjoy our Easter tomorrow. Tim Dill is getting ready to leave, but we have majority of the pond basically finished. We have a lot of detail work to do. We have all of our edges to do. You can see all the whips from the lights coming up. We have aerator lines to run, and we started the waterfall. So right now we have 3 cascades done in the waterfall. We're getting ready to do our next set of waterfalls and then install our Waterfalls 6000s on each side and our fire sphere right in the middle. Right now the berm is super high up because we've been excavating, pulling back the dirt, and then using it to backfill. But right now we are in a pretty good position for week 1. Inside the pond, this pond is 40 inches of excavation. That means 3 feet deep. We have our lights going in here. We have our lights in the wall. Right now the lights are covered to protect them. We have our whips coming out just in case we ever have to replace them in the wall. We still can access them. We have our skimmer right down there installed. We still have to do a little bit more rock work and detail work. And then we have a lot of cleaning to do in here and basically filling in all the gaps, graveling, and then working our way up to the Waterfalls. This guy has been a huge help. That's Tim Dill from Garden State Koi. He's been a lifesaver on this project. Just for 2 guys, just me and Rob, that are normally working on this project, this is a lot of work. So having a third hand to help, especially with someone with so much experience, you can never beat that. You got anything to say, Tim?
Yeah. It's been a great time. 6 days. The project moved along pretty smoothly. We definitely had, you probably talked about the wall. That was a little bit harder than we thought, just matching up to the patio, but it came out perfect. That's all that matters. We had to take our time. A little bit tougher soil than we would like out here on the island, but you know, sometimes that happens when you're building a pond.
Or when you jinx it.
Or when Kevin jinxes it last week saying it's going to be sandy. And you know, I think for the 6 days, the 3 of us, I'm sure they're going to show you the access if they haven't already. It's very long around the house, and bringing all the material in takes time. So I really think we met our goal. We wanted to get the pond pretty much all rocked in and start on the waterfall. And we have a great jump start on the waterfall. So I'm going to be just like you guys. I'm going to probably be watching this video, seeing what this pond turns out to look like. So I'm super excited. And don't forget to check me out on Instagram, Facebook. I work for a company called Garden State Koi in Warwick, New York. We're actually their pond distributor, so check us out. I believe we're also on TikTok, and we also have YouTube, so that would be great. Follow us, like, subscribe, and it was a blast working with these guys.
Thank you.
Rob and Kevin from Tranquility
How long
Skate.
have you been doing this for?
Oh, this is going to be my 23rd year at Garden State Koi. So 23 years of professional pond building. I think I built my first pond as a hobby was when I was high school back in 1993. So it's been a long journey building water features.
Yeah, I've been building ponds longer than I've been alive.
Yeah.
So guys, definitely give Tim a follow on all the social medias, Garden State Koi. He's the godfather of pond building, I would say.
Godfather of pond building.
Yeah. He's the Don.
Yep. And we always have fun together. That's what matters.
Yeah.
Right.